Casey Fletcher.
Chad Fletcher.
Junior Ortiz.
Did you know that 1 in 3 teen girls in the United States is estimated to get pregnant at least once before the age of 20? Today I would like to make aware to you of the negative effects that would result from changing safe sex to abstinence-only classes. Information gathered from my speech today could be credited to websites like WebMD, Safe Sex Education, Suite 101, and Answer.com. Safe sex education should be the only class that should be allowed for teen students. Safe sex education should be the only class that would be allowed for teen students. Let's begin by looking at some of the reasons we shouldn't have abstinence-only education. Sex education should not only be based on abstinence only. There will be teens that walk into that class that have already been sexually active and would not benefit from the information if there were only abstinence that was talked about. Some of the things that need to be talked about are ways to prevent HIV, STDs, and pregnancy. And a couple of those things is Loestrin, which is birth control, and Trojan, or any kind of condom. Most proponents of sex education argue that sexual education should encourage abstinence, but should also provide young people with information about contraception, STDs, and HIV prevention, so you can get a bit of both classes in one. While most states require schools to teach sex education, local school districts are given wide latitude in determining the content of the sexual education program. They can either include both sex education and abstinence only, or they could choose one or the other. 86% of schools with a sexual education policy already promises abstinence. They already include it in their program. Not only do schools already have a sex education program, they also already incorporate abstinence into the class. I believe that the best way so that all of the teens benefit from the class is if they keep it the way it is and provide both types of information in one class. Discussing abstinence is something that already exists in some of the education programs. So maybe checking with your schools to see what they're enforcing in their program, whether it's one or the other. That way you ensure that the student leaves the program with both information. Federal funding levels from abstinence-only programs will cost $135 million through the welfare reform legislation, and $73 million through the SPRA-ANS program. All of that money that the different federal programs will spend can go towards other things that can benefit us. There is no need to spend unnecessary money when there's already a great sexual education program out there that already involves both of the classes in one. Anyone can voice their opinion. You can speak to your children's school and get information about the programs that they're offering your children. You can choose not to allow your child to go to these classes and educate them yourself. But in the end, it is important for your child to get information, whether it's from you or from the school. Sex education is something that should be taught to all teens, but safe sex is what should also be taught. Abstinence-only classes wouldn't benefit the ones that are already sexually active. Most parents believe that their children need basic information about sex and sexual self-protection. According to a survey of students, parents, teachers, and principals commissioned by the Chelsea Family Foundation, parents want a wider range of topics taught than is often included in sex education. So choose safe sex education over abstinence education.